Cause Sherry, if you sleeping on me tonight and snoring while I'm playing music, I'm gonna talk about you real bad. And I'm playing for you. Sherry, you wait? Huh? Sherry, will you wait? Don't start snoring. Sherry. Sherry. What'd you like most, the fast piece or slow piece? mind playing for you?
Beautiful.
Hmm?
It's beautiful.
You like that?
I love it.
Anything to keep you snowing. Diggerbot playing over snoring louder than everybody.
That's probably it put me in meditation though. I said it puts me in meditation though.
Sheree, you ain't sleep? You sleeping on Papa. Papa never sleeps. Closer you get to God, the less you sleep. Because God doesn't sleep. And I'm not God. God is God. And if you were God, you would not have to tell anybody you were. Everybody would know it. Wouldn't they? Don't you think, Shay?
I think so.
Shay! What? Shay. You like your music, Shay?
I love that music.
Huh?
I love that music.
What you love about it?
Put me in a meditation, a joyful state.
Hmm.
I feel love.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I wish they could hear it like it really sounds. Hmm. These glasses, see, you know, my last nerve. See, Shay.
I feel honored that I get to hear it in person.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
See, that's not me, Papa.
Hmm.
See, that's not me.
That's what?
Not me.
What's not you?
That's you.
That's him, ain't it?
I did good this time.
Oh, you did good, but that's your boy over there.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Big boy over there snoring.
It's him.
See? You see what I go through? See what I go through? He wakes me up snoring, and that's why I put him out in the garage. Then he get an attitude. You get an attitude. My boy wrote me.
Mm-mm.
Larry Bates wrote me.
Mm-hmm.
My Christian pastor wrote me. I feel music on me. It may not sound like music to other people. Larry said, flashes. Hold on, don't let me go on TV with this broadcast, my co-host with no white stuff between the corners of my mouth. Don't let your boy go out with no polka dot boogers on his nose. Shay, you supposed to be looking out for me. Shay, Sheree, you supposed to be looking out for your spiritual father. Huh? Yeah, Shay. Many people think SIAM is Wafflehead Fredine. I don't know. You know why they think that? What did Paul Laurence Dunbar say? We wear the mask that smiles and grins and hides our subtleties. Larry said to me, he said, SIAM, I'm touched by this great tribute to me. You know me well enough to know that all praises go to the Creator. It's awesome to know, he says, that you appreciate me enough to honor me like this. God has anointed and has appointed you to write and inspire those who need to be inspired. Continue to do what you have been called to do. To God be the glory. That's why I love you, Larry. That's exactly why I love you, Lord. I love the God in you. Touch back, baby. You touch back. You know how to love back. It's a big man. It's a big man that knows how to love back. That don't mean nobody's gay or none of that straight. And all it ain't got nothing to do with none of that dumbness. Man that can't love ain't about jack. Sheree took her Jibbaloo. Let's see. I'm going to read this piece that so many people like. In French and in English, I put this out. Google. Mystic reflections on his passion. Brief notes. Here in this grace of time and space, there is no human to talk to or to pray with you or to pray you through when you confront your garden of great passion. Your soul's garden of Gethsemane. And inside this garden, they will all be asleep and distracted in self-absorption. Those that he prayed for and those that he taught freely in the day and in the night, those he broke bread with and laughed and played with, those he often slept beside, and they slept beside him and dreamed next to him. Those that were his family, the children, his friends, his companions, called his brothers and his disciples. Those that were of his family, his children. Those that he intensely loved. Those that he lifted up high from their low and blessed. They were not there to bless and lift him high from his now low. They were asleep and snoring deep into death, but he was wide awake. My first love. Crying out to God. From the depths of his innermost being for more abundant life for his followers and his disciples. While they were unconscious. No, his agony and his great pain was not the confrontation of some wooden stake that awaited him on some pile of rocks on some Jerusalem hill. No, he, that anointed one, that Christ, had no fear of death. He was the most great of the greatest warriors that ever warred upon the face of this very planet called terra firma Earth. He feared no created thing. He proved this when he beat and whipped those religious hypocrites up in Yah's house and ran them those religious scripture quoting pimps, thieves, robbers, dramatic actors, and spiritual con artists and gangsters. He ran them up out of Yah's holy house, and he violently, as a guerrilla revolutionary being empowered from on high, within his deepest within. Yeah, he not passively, but violently and emotionally. Such holy rage, he turned over all the money-making machines in that holy temple, and his great holy fervor, purity, and awesome righteousness. He was full. He was full of a great passion for Yah. For Yah was upon him that day in a mighty way. His anointed Son of Man, his agony was no stick in the ground, but the stake he now saw that was in the inner eye of his weakened commitment, his brother's duplicity, and most fearful coward hearts. In his great hour of now needing them, it was the lack of human fellowship that was his passion. And the betrayal of the human spirit. That first taste of real aloneness that is there must come before the transformation into the meaning of his spiritual tonality and his spiritual totality and perfect union had arrived in his Christ consciousness. But in this place of great abandonment, when he needed them the most, this is what broke the great master's heart. No. Is it historical, and was it a fact that he was crucified? A crucifixion, a crucifixion, a crucifaxion, or crucifabrication? I do not know. For me, it does not matter. And to believe is not to know. To believe is to prepare for the appearance of doubt in what you only believe. For what you only believe, someone can make you doubt what you believe, but not your knowing. No one can cause or make you to not know what you know. Only knowing is to know knowing. And this knowing can lead to a new beginning and a new becoming of what you know. And this is a direct, and this can be a grace and experience in what you know. And this knowing is beyond only believing what you do not know. What I know is that I was not there. Not that I didn't want to be there. Not that if I had a chance, I would have been there for my first love. I would have been there. And this is direct, and this can be grace and experience in what you know. And this knowing is beyond only believing what you do not know. I was not there, and you were not there either. And all his disciples, we are told, ran off as cowards, and they were the same cowards when he needed them when he was in that garden. And when surrounded with all of his many so-called intimate friends, he was yet found in his alone. And at this so-called event or invention by scripture manipulators, those so-called disciples were, we are told, not there. And fearfully left him behind, and they went and hid, and a coward dies a zillion deaths while yet alive. But this is not the point either. The point is, and the greater issue is, yes, it is the same story for anyone's soul to be born and discover this pain in their great alone. And that all sensation of this world, dunya, and that all is transitory and is short, fleeting lived in this world that leads to this garden within the elect of the divine. And it's for the elect of the divine that can only enter this garden in there alone. And that there is never any human to talk to that will have any human empathy with you, to pray with you, or to pray when you confront your garden, a great personal abandonment, a great aloneness, and most great, his portal of passion. Here, in this great place of alone and abandonment and of all human or anything created. In that here and now, in this place of your spiritual evolution, you discover this place of great pain. It gives great birth to you, not believing, but now knowing. From this pain, you know, and there is here and now in your garden of great passion only what you call God. This is what you come to know in the garden alone. You come to know that there is only what you call God. I need no stake for him to get up on for me to love him totally in my heart. He is not on any cross in my heart. No. His perfect will and absolute submission to the divine wonder of all creation and his example of confronting evil is a constant picture show in my heart to want in all my living and in all my entire being to love Yahweh in likeness of his awesome example to me of how to love my neighbor as myself, to want for my brothers and my sisters what I want exactly for myself. How to love what you call God with all my heart, with all my mind, with all my soul, with all my strength, as he showed me in fulfilling the greatest commandment. And what is greater than the greatest? Why did you make it so difficult when it was so simple? In my heart is he and how he walked, talked, and worshiped his creator Lord, that men have now made into that great Lord that he worshiped. He has led me to the meaning. He's led me to the meaning of loving love. My first love is the confrontation of love. Does this make me a Christian? I do not know. You must decide this. His humble, poor, and lower class society followers were not called this until after the city and time of Antioch. They were not called Christians in the beginning. They were called people of the way. Could this be the Tao or the way of love? I think I'll close it here. Not a day goes by I don't think about my first love. Yahweh Shai. Alayhi salam, Isa. Alayhi salam. To my Christian friends, I hope something I have left has blessed you. And to my Muslim friends, I hope something I have left has blessed you. And to all my friends and to all my enemies, I hope something I have left has blessed you. And let me bring you back up again as I give my benediction to you. And Sheree, I think she's over there snoring now. She's snoring. I think she's snoring with Digger And I'm left alone all night long as Black to Drag. Yeah. If I start singing, I'll wake her up. My daughter over here. For your precious love means more to me than any river, mountain, or sea. For when I wanted you, dear shade, I was so lonely and so blue. Yeah, that's what love will do. And darling, they were so surprised when I first realized that you were fooling me. Darling, your precious love means more to me than any love will ever see. For when I wanted you, dear, I was so lonely and so blue. Yeah, that's what love will do. Shay, you supposed to be doing the SIAM Rain of Grace broadcast. You supposed to be the co-anchor. And you the amen corner. And you over there sleeping. You don't like the music, just cut it off. You like your music, Shay?
I love your music. It was awesome.
You like that, Shay?
I like it.
I'm not, Shay. I'm not. I'm gonna give this benediction to these people. Some of them know to wipe it on them, some don't. Some don't understand Jack, and Jack Daniels don't understand them. And Jim Beam ain't got nothing to do with the deal. So, you know. When I was, hey, Shay, when I was really in my jolly little days, you know what I used to like to drink? Well, I liked a lot of different types. But I didn't really like liquor, but when I did do it, and this old granddad is 100 proof, right? He said that, Shay, is anybody in the church tonight?
Right here.
Somebody needs to say amen.
Amen.
Oh, well, I'm going to say, amen lights. Somebody. Somebody needs to praise their God. Somebody needs to praise the Lord. Somebody needs to praise him tonight. You've been breathing all day. You have no control of the next breath. Somebody ought to praise him tonight. Somebody ought to praise their creator Lord. Somebody ought the stars praise him. Shay, why y'all want to get me preaching? You see what I'm saying? Sheray's, somebody ought to praise him. Somebody. Send your donations so me and Shirley can do this book. Those black people that know what it's like to struggle, white brothers and sisters that know what it's like to struggle and believe in me and know I want to make a difference. And they know this after 9 years. You know this about me. Send me an offering. Send it as unto God. In my name, SIAM, in care of the Appy House. 3635 North Capitol Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana. 46208. Those that would like to be a part of the book project, you send $25 or more, your name will go in the book. The amount you gave to bless it. This poetry to get out to the world and to maybe inspire some people that know it's not green eggs, ham, and some spam. Shay. They said your father's poetry was some spam. Well, Shay, my grandmother, Mama Cat used to say this, girl. I'm going back to Baptist church. My grandmother used to say this. She said, you can't tell me nothing about the devil. I know the devil. She said the devil is a very busy fellow. Say when things will fall on the floor. I told you this before. My grandmother didn't still make no decision between what was animate and not and inanimate. You know, if some pepper container fell on the floor, she would say, "Now why you want to fall, thing?" She would talk to a girl. Oh boy, we don't see some things until after our people are gone. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let me give this benediction for some people that would like SIAM's benediction. And maybe that's only about one half of what. There's only one half of you. Or maybe I have some secret disciples hiding in the dark like Yahweh Shai had that was following him at a distance. it was like being safe. Whatever that is. Every day, is what it is. It's a substance of things, and your allotted time is what it is. And nobody can make that quicker, and nobody can take it away and make it slower. It's already ordained. It's the mizan, or the balance of things. It is found in the balance of things. You should read, what's the surah that deals with the mizan? Fabiayi ilayi rabbikuma tukadhiban. Fabiayi ilayi rabbikuma tukadhiban. But what's the name of that surah? Al-Rahman. Surah Al-Rahman. Surah Rahman. Shay, you still awake? She done went to sleep. See how she doing? She's camouflaging people. She camouflages that she's awake, but it's like Umar. I'll be reading. So go ahead and read the poem. I'll read the poem, and his head is hanging over, and he talking about, I heard everything you said. I heard everything you said. I heard everything you said. I heard it. I heard it all. You ain't heard Jack because you sleep. I got some funny friends, and I ain't got but one or two. You know, one's in Arkansas and one's here. And I mean, what a real friend is. And I got another one. I got Larry. Got Larry. So I got three. You're lucky if you get one real friend in a lifetime. But you know that, don't you, by now? You don't have to live 90 years to know that, do you? Oh, I wasn't talking to you on that one, baby. I was talking to the audience. But I guess you were part of the audience. Since you didn't get up and take your place next to me at the radio, Mike, you're supposed to be my co-host. I'm sleeping and carrying on. See, awake from the sleep, thou sleeper. Awake, sleeper. Shay, you ain't answering me. No, it's the second time I said something. You didn't say nothing the first time. See, I'm gonna get off here. These people think I'm acting. This is where I am when I'm off of here. I'm just real. I'm real. And there are times when I don't say anything and people can get a word out of me and they can be talking around me and wonder where am I? It's because I'm not in the talking realm. This is the realm of, what's it called? How, talk. But you need to enter the realm of how, state. You talk a how. You got talk, a lot of talk and quotations and all that. And since I'm the spiritual advisor, all that and all they sends a certificate, I'm no longer in that group, but that's what I am. To the world anyway. Bless the group, bless everybody in it, bless all those that left. Even the one that I thought was never leave. All of them can leave. I don't care who stays or who leaves. Alhamdulillah, we all come and we all gonna leave in a minute. And when we leave, it's gonna be just like yesterday. Shay, you listen to me? You ain't listening to your father tonight. You ain't giving me no amens back there. Amen. Oh, okay. I heard an amen. I need some amens in the audience. I need some living bones in the audience. What will make these dead bones live? Ezekiel looked in the valley. Shay, you ain't hearing me tonight. Ezekiel looked in the valley and he saw dead, dry bones. And he wondered, can these bones live? Can these bones live? Shay, can these bones live? They can live. Only those, Shay. They can only live if the breath of the Lord blows upon the bones. If the breath don't blow, bones won't rattle. If the breath don't blow, the ruach, a nepesh, the ruach, if the breath don't blow, them bones won't live, Shay. Lord have mercy. They won't take me back to the Baptist church. Yeah. We did that too. Till we come to see that this is where the church is. And if you find it in the building, it's because you took it there with you. And you brought it with you when you arrived. And when you left, you took it with you. Spirit does not belong to brick and mortar. Spirit belongs to spirit. And flesh belongs to flesh. And that is indeed the struggle. To levitate above this earth's glue. To experience an exalted state. So you can truly value the disgust of what you thought was such joy in the lower state. right mind, right speech, right perception, right understanding, right Wadjet, constitution of your entire personality, your Wadjet, your face. This is why Father Abraham said these words in the Arabic language, and I have no manuscript. Shay, wake up in here. I have no manuscript. Shay, you better wake up in here. Shay, wake up in here. Shay, you gonna wake up? Uh-huh. This is why Father Abraham, in the Arabic, his name is Ibrahim, said these words. He said, Ini wajatu wajhila ladhi fatara samawati wa ard hanafan wa ma'ana minal mushrikin. Ini wajatu wajat. Any wajit, face. Constant, I'm gonna send you out if you're gonna snore on me tonight. Shay, I'm gonna send you another room. Shay, I don't hear the amen calling. I need amens. I need somebody to say something up in here and witness. When you cutting off, come on, Shay, you're in the middle of the message. I'm talk about you bad now. Mm-hmm. He said, any wajatu wajhila the D. Fatar Samawati Wadad Hanafan, why my Anna Minal Mushrikeen. Surely I've turned my Wajid, my face, unto him who created the heavens and the earth. And I am Hanafan. I'm Hanaf. Surely I've turned my face unto him who created the heavens and the earth, and I'm not of those who associate partners with that. I don't make anything equal with that. I can appreciate all of the little things, but they will never be equal to that. One night Ibrahim was looking at the stars, and he said, he saw the moon and the sun and the stars, and he said each one he saw, he said, this is my Lord. But then when he saw it set, he said, this is not my Lord. Watch these things that you are attached to. Watch them rise, appear, and in time they all disappear. Yet you have dissipated so much energy for things that have no true substance. And this is why you don't live long. Whereas man used to live 800-900 years on the planet. It's because of his consciousness, right thinking, right mind, right perception, right speech, right action. And livelihood is in that eightfold path is inside the path of every straight path, if it's straight, because there's only one path. And that's the path of your total heart. And that's why he said it was the greatest commandment. And you can't get greater than greater. So why bypass the greater and get all hung up on all this other stuff that was later added, when the root of his message was, thou shalt love the Lord thy God. And he meant the God that he worshiped every day. Every day he said, Hear, O Israel, the Lord Israel, the Lord our God is one God. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God. Yisrael, the Lord our God is one God. Not one Talmud, one Torah, one law, one Mosiah, who was holy, who was told to stick his hand in his breast and to bring it back out. And when he took it out, it was white lepers. And that was a miracle. When he took it and put it back in, and it was turned to its original condition. It couldn't have been white, or it would not have been a miracle. And don't say color's not important. It becomes important when you deny it and you go out of your way to cover it over and to paint it over in white paint. You didn't criticize that at all. So don't criticize me because I have some paint remover from the Lord of all the worlds. I tried to cut the page off and Shola said, you know, I don't even find saying, you know, I just wanted to post a couple of Negro poems, just little tiny poems. You know? You want to punch me in my eye while we out the ring. It ain't about that, you know? That was cruel what you did. That was cruel what you did. That's as cruel as Shay's snore that just went off over in the corner. She talking about she's not snoring. all these girls is always tired. You ever notice that? That's what I'm saying. All the women I dealt with, they was always real tired. And then, you know, they don't try to get a date with a one older woman. And every time I said, let's go bicycle ride, I'm so tired. I said, well, let's go walking by the lake. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I said, well, let's go down by the canal and take a, you know, I'm so exhausted today. Can we just, I said, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? I went home and I ain't never been back to that house again. Shay, you ain't listening to your father tonight. You ain't listening to me, Shay. I ain't go back no more. You too tired for me. So don't bring me no, Shay's my daughter. Don't bring me no old woman talking about, you know, you want SIAM to be talking to some old woman when old women don't do nothing but tire you out and wear you out because they tired and they ain't gonna bring you no new strength and no new energy. And I intend to have me some more babies, you understand? Shay, you not listening to your father tonight. You raised up the evangelists and then you want to stay away. Shay. But Shay being here has made me do some videos, so it's a blessing in that. It's a blessing her being my company for a few days and being in the presence of her spiritual preceptor and her father. And if she can't trust me, who can she trust? If I'm like all the other men that she's known, then I make no impact on her life. If I'm a charlatan, and this is not something I am, may the Creator and the Lord of all the worlds bless each and every one of you watching this video. May He remove any anxiety and tribulation that you have. May He take away any pain that you're having in your legs or your feet, and I know you are, because I see you. Go take a little bit of mustard when your foot locks up on you and you have to get up off the couch or off the floor of the bed, no, off the bed. When you get up off the bed real quick and you just got to get up and walk on the foot because it's cramping on you, take a little bit of mustard and see if that helps. You're lacking a deficiency. Those that think I'm crazy, you're welcome to continue thinking that to your detriment. Those that can look in my eyes and tell I mean what I say, support me and watch God bless you. Watch Him increase you. Watch Him touch you in ways that will be obvious if you have eyes to see. And you won't see it as a coincidence because there are none. Your next breath is not a coincidence. And if it stops, you won't know what to do. And you're so big, bad, and tough, you won't know what to do. All your big badness and all your guns that you need to jack people up and and be big and bad, and that one breath is just taken away. You'll be a whining baby that can't get a whine out. You'll be a whining, what you call each other now, all you brothers is calling each other bitch. I don't understand that, you know. That's not something we did when coming up. We wasn't calling each other men. We wasn't calling that. I seen kids next door to me, 10, 12, 13 years old, bitch this, bitch that. And I had to holler out the window at Jada the other day. I said, look out, Jada, call out. You got better words to use now. Your mother and father don't tolerate that. And when I was a kid, Mr. Johnson was getting your behind before your mother got in your behind. Your father got in your behind. Mr. Johnson, 2 doors down, got in your behind. But now you say something to somebody's kid, or you say something to the kid itself. He want to call the police on you. And I tell him, call the police and see what happens to your hand. Shay, you ain't hearing your father tonight. Call the police and see what happens to your hand. I'm from old school. Don't talk about, time out in the corner. What you gonna do with time out in the corner? You gonna get over there and wait for the switch. That's what your ass is gonna do. You gonna get over in the corner, and after you go get the switch, you gonna get it, and you gonna bring a good one, and that's where you going in the corner for time out. Time out from dinner, time out from Mickey Mouse Club, time out from whatever you into will be time out, cut off. You sit your behind over there. And that's what's missing in the family in the house today. I didn't say beat the child to death and abuse the child. I said spread a rod and spoil the child. And Kohelis was much wiser than me. And they say Solomon was the wisest man that ever walked the face of the earth, some say. So if he said that, how can he be a child abuser? You might be a child abuser in your concept of what a child is, and maybe you're still one, though you're 40 and 50 and 60 years old. I don't know. You have to look in the mirror and decide. I'm looking at mine. I don't like some things I see. Now that was Shay. Did you hear that snore? Did you hear it was almost a double clutch? See, she said she was gonna be with me in this broadcast. I'm in the Garden of Gethsemane. My disciples are asleep. They're asleep. Same thing. Same scenario goes on and on. But how many times will you crucify him? I mean, every time he appears to you in some kind of way, you have to try to destroy it, and you have to try to kill it and maim it. And it's the key to your own liberation. Yeah, you want to kill it and destroy it. That's amazing to me how people think. Hmm. God bless everybody. Bring you to a place of blessedness so you can be blessed if you're not blessed. Some people just use that word. I'm blessed. In a general sense, everybody's blessed. If you woke up this morning, we're not talking about general blessings. We're talking about inundation of blessings. Support SIAM and be inundated in blessings. Test the waters and see. I've never seen the righteous forsaken or his seed begging bread. Nobody's begging you for anything. We're asking for you to increase yourself and participate in the project, getting this book published, so I can take the proceeds. This time, not hook it up with Amazon the way the one they're ripping me off. If you don't pay the $19.99 for the book, nothing reaches me to help anybody. It helps you. You get the book for what they sell. They're selling it for my royalties. And I'm not angry. I mean, the creator take care of all of that. There's a reason. Even though I don't understand why I'm being cheated. In the end, I'm not going to be cheated of anything. Those that cheated me will be cheated. They make me strong. Every enemy makes you stronger if you confront it with total iman. But even as a kid, things that frightened me, I found myself running toward. There was this big, tall, white guy one day at School 60, and I didn't have no brothers and sisters. And for some reason, he wanted to He looked like he didn't belong in the school. He was so tall, you know, and for some reason he wanted to whoop me. He wanted to beat me. So all the kids was all worked up and they were saying, hey, you know, he's going to get you when you get out of school. And I was scared of him. I said, yeah, he's going to get me. And so when we all got out and the bell rang, everybody was going across the street. He was standing across the street waiting on me in a red jacket. I remember being in a red jacket. And I just started running toward him. Like I just lost my mind. I said the only way I can whoop him is to become totally irrational, break through the barrier of all his rationality by just going into a zone of total irrationality, because this little boy is not supposed to be running toward me across the street called Illinois, straight toward me, and like he's out of his mind. Because I saw a red brick laying near him, and I saw that, and I started running. He thought I was running straight toward him. I was, after I picked up the brick. Shay, you ain't listening to your father now. I picked up the brick and I ran toward him and I leaped up in the air and I hit him upside his head with the brick and he hit the ground. And all the kids stood there talking, whoa, did you see what he did? I didn't do nothing. God did that. Even back then, I now see that was God. Because he didn't pick on nobody else after that. And he surely left me alone and went on about his white business. And after they found out that I could whoop him like that, the rest of the kids started beating his ass because he had picked on them previously. So all of them got brave. Some of them got brave and started whipping him together. They would follow him home and start whipping him. You know, so hey, I don't know why you gotta fight people before they love and appreciate you. I had two friends that went to that school and both of them were brothers and they were both bullies. So I knew the only way I could maintain my stability, since I had no brothers and sisters, was to catch one of them at one end of the alley on his way home and catch the other one at another time, at the same time. The same time, I had to whoop them both because they would come together on me. So I caught one at one end of the alley and I whooped his behind. And I went down to the other alley and found the one's name was George, and what was it? I can't remember the other boy's name. Anyway, after that, they want to be my best friend. I never understood that. It's like you got to fight somebody and defeat them before they want to be your best friend. Why you gotta go through all that drama? Why can't you just love people from the very beginning? Why you have to test everything that loves you and destroy it because you don't believe it loves you? And then when you get it defined, say, I don't love you anymore. You say, I see you never did. Well, you did everything you could to destroy it. So you need to examine that. And I don't know why I'm saying these things. Somebody out there is dealing with that because that's what's coming to me telepathically. So you can either accept that or not accept that. I don't care. But I want to say this, you know, whoever it is that posted, you know, the post reach increased somewhat. And I thank God for you posting, whoever you are. You know, I posted the video and some other things and made people find joy in what I'm saying. May they find, you know, some kind of illumination and strength and clarity within themselves, because any message that I'm giving to you, there are no notes. There is no manuscript. So this message is coming to me first. It applies to me before it applies to anyone else. See, I'm a part of the sea of humanity that is going around the celestial Kaaba. I'm the sea of angels and all of that. And all of this is going around the central core of the universe, the planets, the stars, the angelic realms, the everything is pivoting around a celestial house. That the Kaaba is a physical type. Now remember, when you open up the cube, you will get a cross. Of course, you never thought about it like that. When you fold up the cross, you will get a cube, because man has to be four squared. And the only way he can do that is to crucify his flesh by way of the spirit. You have to crucify it. You have to fold it up and cube it in consciousness, not in bragging about, you know, how much knowledge you got. And you can say that real well, and 1,000 other things you can say real well, but you can live none of them at all. We don't want that state. We don't want to state where we have such great knowledge and we're responsible for that knowledge. And if we do not live up to that knowledge, we will be sunk by that knowledge like a lead brick, whatever. Just take us straight to the bottom of the sea of all knowledge, and we would drown there because we did not have any hikmah with that knowledge. We had information, but information is not wisdom. You hear over there snoring? Yeah, in the middle of my kuba. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. As-salatu wa-salam ala mursaleen. You heard that? Double clutch snore. I'm gonna get off here now before she blow the screen off the computer. We're snoring so deep, and she's a young girl too. They're young, you know. They're young girls, man. Hey, I'm a father now on a spiritual level with some people, and it's like same father, like, you know, whether they blood or not, I'm still father. So I'm gonna be Abba. I'm gonna be Abu. Bless you going in and you're going out. And may Yahweh Allah. Yahweh Allahu Yah. Allahu. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. May He bless you going out and you're coming in. And give you a sustaining power from His divine presence. May you experience the presence, not things about the presence, but actually experience the divine presence. And when you experience it, it would not mean that you're perfect. It means that you have been touched by a perfect creator who overlooked your imperfection. And that was just given to me on the spot. I mean, whatever you call it. Bless your going out and your coming in. Send something to help your brother to get this book published that we can do for far less money out of Africa with hardship than we can here in this country. And Shola's come up with a beautiful book cover for this book. And maybe we can put up a new website and have the book there for people to get at a decent, reasonable price, in which I can take those proceeds and fill up a plane with dresses, shoes, and socks, and underwear, and pants, and sandals, and tennis shoes, and yeah, jolly beers from the boys. You know, give them some suits made or whatever. You know, I would like to be able to go back to Africa and bless a lot of children to just make them happy. You can be a part of that too. You know, I mean, if you are other than just yourself and you know, you trust me. And that's what it would require, because I'm not doing no contracts and all that dumb stuff. If my word is not worth anything, I'm not worth anything. This is the only thing that makes me like unto God is the creative power of my word, my spoken thought. May you be blessed, and may you become a YouTube subscriber to the SIAM YouTube channel, and remember that I left the older videos there for a reason. When I was striking the drum with 2 sticks and didn't know what to do with it. So I was trying to, you know, and then one day I struck it by mistake with my hand. I want people to see the evolution. They want to see that, you know. Some of I like some of the stick usage, but it wasn't until I started using my hands that I started to really understand this drum and how it resonates and vibrates and takes on the state of the person that's playing it. That's kind of deep for this though, so we're gonna get off of here. And I thank God for my true mystic lovers, those that really do pray for me, those that have purchased the book, those that want to purchase the book and just don't have it just yet. This is the classic. That's the one you need. You need the mothership before anything else you get from me. And we're working on that. Become a project helper. Become a part of it. Become a part of it. And you can feel good about yourself when you see it published, because your name will be inside of it and how much you contributed. And that's the way we'll do that. And it'll become a Facebook project. and maybe your face won't fall off the book, you know, because you did something to make your face a witness of change and of touching a life with new thoughts and new awareness, new perception, new speech, new thinking. And she just let out another snore. Assalamu alaikum, shalom alaikum, namaste, Ashante, Nungadef, Abaragani. I said Yapa Yaga, but I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm going to look that up. Hotep, and all the wonderful greetings that you have, other than hell is low and high, trite, high something, high what? High what? Oh no, Mr. Bill. Oh no, Mr. Bill. I don't know if I'm going to show this video or not. I'm too silly on that. Assalamu alaikum.